Hi ladies, welcome to Gita for Women. We have already completed 20 episodes in the last month of the podcast launch. Congratulations! We are soon coming in Hindi language on YouTube channel of Gita for Women as a separate playlist. So those of you who are hearing us on YouTube, you need to stick to the same channel, and those who are Hindi listeners on various podcast platforms must definitely follow us on YouTube for Hindi episodes. Today's story is about two houses. Houses mean buildings, not homes, but houses. Because home is built with love, peace, respect, and thankfulness. Rachna always thought that she would marry the person of her dreams. Just like other girls, she fantasized about a dream person who would love her like no other, and whom she would marry to be happy ever after. But these idiotic stories happen on screen only. Real life is a lot about challenges each day. Really, Rachna had to grow up. She couldn't daydream on life. Thankfully, she got married to the man of her dreams, but not to the house of her dreams. It was just a house with people who fought on every petty issue there could be, only showcasing their peanut-sized outlook on life. Rachna was a lot there. In terms of her spiritual growth, this was an interesting playground. The more she witnessed people argue, the more she became realistic and internally inclined. You didn't add enough sugar? Oh ma, I'll just add. I didn't remember that you like more sugar. I just made tea the way I prepare for myself. When in kitchen, keep your mind in kitchen only. The bossy attitude of her in-laws got her nuts. Of course, no one likes negative commentary all day long. Even the men in family were depressed by such behavior and often remained out for work. Rachna also joined a job in a company not very far from her house. Soon, she started to earn well. Thankfully, her focus soon shifted to work and her internal meters got invested in people in her professional life. Na ime avasita yudhe pranan tyaktva dhanani cha acharyaha pitraha putraha tathaiv cha pitamaha. They, for whose sake we desire sovereignty, enjoyments and pleasures, are gathered here for battle, giving up their lives and wealth. Bhagavad Gita chapter 1 verse 33. In this story, we are trying to understand the broken psychologies that internally and externally fight or get involved in negativity. Even when Rachna was doing well professionally, she felt things at home were not changing. They had taken a house in a bigger society, with each one having more space and luxury to oneself. With the help of her husband, both could buy a comfortable living for all the members. Rachna, however, was pained on seeing people's behavior not change even in a bigger society. Rachna, get my tie. Getting, honey, getting. Just as Rachna was about to get tie for her husband, her mother-in-law commented about calling honey to her husband. According to her, they should not have changed language and culture after switching to a bigger house. Honey was just a gesture of love, a very common word with nothing implied otherwise. This is just one of the most feeble incidents to illustrate the fact that how people behave when they grow up with fights all life. Really, it plays with their psyche and unfortunately end up their peace, scavenging their complete family life. Rachna, just one person, could not give sense to everyone. She had kept herself busy so far in work and friends. But after it all, now she felt it was time to either change houses or change cities. Whatever, this way it wasn't possible to function. Very clearly, this was understood that no amount of richness or niceties or wealth can do good to a person or set of people who don't have attitude of happiness. These people chose to fight, chose to snatch because they had been living under an environment that taught them to fight. Let's also understand the fact that how we define fight, war or battle depends so much on a specific context. While you could fight yourself to extend your boundaries, choosing to fight over issues that spread only negativity and no solution was cancerous to whoever succumbed to it. Shekhar, I want to leave this house now. Either we should separate or we should leave this devastating environment. How can we leave people, darling? Let me talk over this issue. And like all the times, Shekhar would talk over the issue that would maintain silence for 3-4 days in their home, and things would come back to square one. Rachna tried a lot to mend these issues. She wanted to have child, but did not want child to live and grow in that acidic space. Later, of course, the child would also become an agent of negativity and politics. It was essential for Shekhar to make a decision now. Rachna gave some months' time to this matter again. Poor soul, she was being too kind. Or perhaps there was just too much patience. After collecting all niceties in the form of memories, she stepped out on a rainy day, leaving everything behind. Let me simply leave. I don't have any plan, but just can't breathe in here. What I have is myself. Let me do something to save it from all the fiery gas in that house. A journey from one house to another did not change anything, not at least at the level of consciousness. Things remained same, and so did the people. There's a quotation that says, "It is easier to build strong children than to repair broken men." Rachna was very clear about one thing. Money saved is money earned. Similarly, saving her own self was a divine grace. A life saved is a life earned. She could herself have become one like them, totally acidic in mind and actions. She could not let herself change because of others. It wasn't even about changing. Her psychology was saved by some divine intervention that led her path, telling that this wasn't what she wanted. Being a growth-driven woman, Rachna finally chose to live a life of dignity, grace, and love.